Unmasking Success, the audacious truth about authenticity, resilience, and self discovery. Welcome to the Black CEO Podcast, where we dive deep into the minds of visionaries who are reshaping our understanding of success and leadership. Today, we're in for a treat that's going to shake the very foundations of what you thought you knew about achieving your dreams. We're exploring insights from the incomparable Nameica Craig, a force of nature whose wisdom has the power to transform lives and ignite a revolution of authentic living. Nameica Craig isn't just another success guru. She's a disruptor, a truth teller, and a beacon of hope for anyone who's ever felt like they don't quite fit the mold society has crafted for them. Her journey from struggling to find her place in the world to becoming a catalyst for change is nothing short of extraordinary. But what sets Nameica apart isn't just her accomplishments, it's her unwavering commitment to helping others unlock their full potential by embracing their true selves. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at someone who seems to have it all figured out and thought, what's their secret? Maybe you've tried to emulate their style, their work ethic, or their networking skills, only to feel like you're wearing a costume that doesn't quite fit. Well, my friends, buckle up because we're about to flip the script on everything you thought you knew about success. What if I told you that the key to unlocking your full potential isn't about having more talent, more resources, or more luck? What if the secret to success was something you already possess, but have been too afraid to fully embrace? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, prepare to have your mind blown. Through our conversation with Nameica Craig, we've uncovered three crucial pillars of success that are about to revolutionize the way you approach your life and your goals. We're talking about embracing authenticity, cultivating resilience and adaptability, and empowering yourself through self discovery. These aren't just fluffy concepts or motivational poster material. They're practical, powerful tools that can propel you towards the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start with authenticity. In a world that's constantly trying to put us in boxes, being true to yourself can feel like swimming against a tsunami. But here's the kicker: your uniqueness isn't a liability, it's your superpower. It's what sets you apart in a sea of conformity and gives you the edge in a world that's crying out for originality. Take the story of Dustin Black, the founder and CEO of Black Tie Moving. Now, Dustin's story isn't your typical rags to riches tale. It's a testament to the power of embracing who you truly are, even when the world tells you you're not enough. Picture this: a high school dropout, facing a society that equates education with success. Most people would have thrown in the towel, resigned to a life of limited opportunities, but not Dustin. He looked at his situation and thought, challenge accepted. Instead of trying to fit into a mold that wasn't made for him, Dustin leaned into his natural strengths. He had a knack for business that couldn't be taught in any classroom and a work ethic that would put most CEOs to shame. These qualities propelled him through the ranks in real estate mortgages, giving him valuable experience and insights. But life, as it often does, had other plans for Dustin. In a twist of fate that would make even the most optimistic person question their luck, Dustin lost $35,000 worth of personal goods during a move. Now, let's pause for a moment and really let that sink in. $35,000 gone, poof, vanished faster than a plate of cookies at a kindergarten bake sale. For most people, this would be a devastating blow, a sign from the universe to give up, to play it safe, to stop taking risks. But Dustin, he looked at this massive setback and saw an opportunity. Yes, you heard that right, an opportunity. In that moment of loss, Dustin recognized a gap in the moving industry, a need for a service that truly understood the value of people's possessions, not just in monetary terms, but in the memories and emotions attached to them. And thus, Black Tie Moving was born. Now, here's where the magic of authenticity really shines. Dustin didn't try to be someone he wasn't. He didn't pretend to have a fancy degree or a perfect track record. Instead, he leveraged his real world experience, his understanding of customer pain points, and his natural business acumen to create a company that stands out in a crowded industry. The result? A highly successful company that's not just moving furniture, but moving hearts. Dustin's authenticity didn't just help him overcome obstacles, it became his unique selling proposition. His story resonates with customers who appreciate his genuine approach and his ability to understand their needs on a personal level. But embracing authenticity isn't just about business success, It's about living a life that aligns with your true self. It's about waking up every day excited to be who you are, not who others expect you to be. Nameica emphasized this point repeatedly in our conversation, the power of being unapologetically you. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's easier said than done. What if being my authentic self means risking rejection or failure? And you know what? You're absolutely right. It's not easy. In fact, it can be downright terrifying. But that's where our second pillar comes into play, resilience and adaptability. Life is going to throw curveballs at you. That's not a possibility, it's a guarantee. The question isn't whether you'll face challenges, but how you'll respond to them. This is where resilience comes into play, and boy, do I have a story that illustrates this perfectly. Let me introduce you to a woman known as the fairy godmother. Now, before you start picturing a fairy tale character waving a magic wand and turning pumpkins into carriages, let me paint you a different picture. Imagine a community plagued by high crime rates and a lack of cohesion, a place where hope seems like a distant dream, where the very fabric of society is fraying at the edges. This was the reality in Newburgh, New York. But one woman decided to change that narrative, and she did it in the most unexpected way, through music. The fairy godmother's journey began with a simple conversation on a ferry boat, but that conversation sparked an idea that would transform an entire community. She recognized that music had the power to unite people, to bridge divides, and to inspire hope. So she set out to organize free concerts featuring world-class musicians. Now let's pause for a moment and consider the audacity of this idea. Bringing world-class musicians to perform free concerts in a struggling community. That's not just thinking outside the box. That's reimagining what's possible. It's the kind of bold, innovative thinking that Nameica Craig champions. But here's where resilience and adaptability come into play. Organizing these concerts wasn't a walk in the park. There were logistical challenges that would make even the most seasoned event planner break out in a cold sweat. Financial hurdles that seemed insurmountable. And let's not forget the skeptics, those well-meaning but misguided souls who questioned the impact of such an initiative. Music? In this economy, they scoffed, what these people need are jobs, not concerts. But the fairy godmother persevered. She adapted her approach as needed, learned from each experience, and kept pushing forward with the tenacity of a bulldog on a mission. She understood something fundamental that many of us forget. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a journey of small steps that eventually lead to giant leaps. The result? Her efforts transformed the community. These concerts became more than just entertainment. They became a symbol of hope and unity. They brought people together, fostering a sense of community pride that had long been dormant. Residents who had been strangers, separated by invisible barriers of mistrust and fear, found themselves swaying to the same rhythm, sharing smiles and rediscovering their shared humanity. But the fairy godmother didn't stop there. Oh no, she was just getting started. She leveraged this success to help women and minorities start businesses, further empowering the community. She understood that true change isn't just about addressing symptoms, it's about creating sustainable solutions that empower people to take control of their own destinies. This story illustrates a crucial point that Nameica emphasized in our conversation. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from setbacks, it's about using those challenges as stepping stones for growth. It's about having the courage to pursue bold ideas and the adaptability to adjust your approach when faced with obstacles. The fairy godmother's story also highlights another important aspect of resilience, the power of passion. When you're pursuing something you truly believe in, something that aligns with your authentic self, you find reserves of strength and determination you never knew you had. This is why embracing your authenticity is so crucial. It fuels your resilience. But resilience isn't just about individual success. As the fairy godmother's story shows, when we cultivate resilience in ourselves, we inspire it in others. We create a ripple effect that can transform entire communities. This is the kind of impact Nameica Craig envisions success that goes beyond personal achievement to create positive change in the world. Now, let's turn to our third pillar, empowerment through self-discovery. This is where the magic really happens. It's about understanding your strengths, acknowledging your weaknesses, and recognizing your passions. It's about gaining the self-awareness that allows you to make bold, informed decisions about your life and career. To illustrate this point, I want to share insights from Shaquelle and Gina, hosts of the Six Figure Chick podcast. Their work focuses on empowering Black women in professional settings. but their message resonates with anyone who's ever felt pressured to conform in order to succeed. Shaquelle and Gina emphasize the importance of authenticity in job interviews and professional environments. They challenge the notion that success requires us to mold ourselves into a predetermined image of what a professional should look like or sound like. Instead, they advocate for embracing your unique identity and bringing your whole self to the table. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but wait, isn't professionalism about fitting in, about playing by the rules? And to that, I say, whose rules are we talking about? Who decided what professional looks like, sounds like, acts like? The truth is, the concept of professionalism has often been used as a tool to exclude those who don't fit a certain mold. It's been used to tell women they're too emotional, to tell people of color they're too urban, to tell anyone who's different that they need to change to succeed. But here's the revolutionary idea that Shaquelle and Gina are promoting. What if your differences are actually your strengths? What if the very things you've been told to hide or change are the things that could set you apart and propel you to success? This approach requires deep self-awareness. It means understanding what makes you unique, what drives you, and what you have to offer that no one else can. It's about recognizing that your background, your experiences, and yes, even your struggles are not liabilities, but assets that give you a unique perspective. But here's the kicker. This kind of self-discovery isn't always comfortable. It requires us to confront our fears, challenge our limiting beliefs, and sometimes disappoint others who have certain expectations of us. This is where many people get stuck. They know they're not living authentically, but the prospect of change feels too daunting. Nameica Craig's message cuts through this fear like a hot knife through butter. She reminds us that the discomfort of change is temporary, but the regret of not pursuing your true calling can last a lifetime. She encourages us to see self-discovery not as a one-time event, but as an ongoing journey of growth and evolution. So, how do we put these principles into action? How do we embrace authenticity, cultivate resilience, and empower ourselves through self-discovery? Here are some practical steps you can take, inspired by our conversation with Nameica. First, start with honest self-reflection. Take time to think about what truly matters to you, what energizes you, and what you're naturally good at. Don't judge your answers. Just listen to your inner voice. This might mean setting aside time each day for meditation, journaling, or simply quiet contemplation. The key is to create space in your life to hear your own thoughts without the constant noise of external expectations. Second, challenge your assumptions. Many of the limitations we perceive are self-imposed or based on outdated beliefs. Question why you think something is impossible or not for you. You might be surprised at how many doors open when you change your perspective. Ask yourself, if I knew I couldn't fail, what would I do? The answers might surprise you and inspire you to take bold action. Third, seek out diverse experiences and perspectives. Growth happens outside our comfort zones. Expose yourself to new ideas, connect with people different from you, and be open to changing your mind. This might mean traveling to new places, reading books from authors with different backgrounds, or simply striking up conversations with people you might not normally interact with. Each new perspective you encounter is an opportunity to expand your understanding of the world and yourself. Fourth, celebrate your uniqueness. Instead of trying to fit in, look for ways to stand out. Your differences are your strengths. Learn to leverage them. This might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you spent years trying to blend in. But remember, in a world of copycats, authenticity is a rare and valuable commodity. Fifth, build your resilience muscle. Start with small challenges and gradually take on bigger ones. Remember, resilience is like a muscle. It grows stronger with use. This might mean setting goals that push you slightly out of your comfort zone, or deliberately putting yourself in situations where you might fail, but where the stakes are low. Each time you face a challenge and come out the other side, you're building your resilience. Sixth, surround yourself with supportive people. Seek out mentors, join communities of like-minded individuals, and distance yourself from those who drain your energy or discourage your dreams. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Seventh, embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Every setback is a chance to gain valuable insights. Don't let fear of failure hold you back from taking risks. Instead, reframe failure as feedback. Ask yourself, What can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, take action. All the self reflection and planning in the world won't make a difference if you don't act on your insights. Start small if you need to, but start somewhere. Remember, you don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a powerful thought from our conversation with Nameica Craig. Success isn't about reaching a specific destination or achieving a particular goal. It's about becoming the best, most authentic version of yourself and using your unique gifts to make a positive impact on the world. Your journey to success is uniquely yours. It won't look like anyone else's, and that's exactly as it should be. Embrace your authenticity, cultivate your resilience, and empower yourself through continuous self discovery. The world is waiting for the unique contribution that only you can make. Remember, clarity leads to confidence, and confidence fuels courage. With each step you take towards embracing your true self, you'll find yourself growing stronger, more resilient, and more capable of achieving your dream. So I challenge you today. What bold step will you take towards authenticity? How will you cultivate resilience in the face of your next challenge? What aspect of yourself will you commit to discovering and developing? Your journey starts now. And if Nameica Craig's insights have taught us anything, it's that you already have everything you need to succeed. You just need the courage to be unapologetically, authentically you. As we come to the end of this talk, I want you to take a moment. Close your eyes if you're in a safe place to do so. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? Let that question sink in. Let it percolate in your mind. Let it stir your soul. Now, open your eyes. Look around you. The world hasn't changed, but maybe, just maybe you have. Maybe you're seeing possibilities where before you only saw obstacles. Maybe you're feeling a spark of courage where before there was only fear. This is your moment. This is your time to shine, not as a carbon copy of someone else's success story, but as the unique, brilliant, one of a kind individual that you are. So go for it. Be bold, be authentic, be resilient. The world is waiting for you to show up as your true self. And when you do, oh, what a beautiful noise you'll make. Thank you.